this is Jane Colley with Blue Mermaid Spa, and today I'm excited that we are going to do a demo on our Cryoskin. We're going to do two demos. We're going to do the Cryoskin Facial, and then we're going to do the Cryoskin Toning on the back of the legs. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to start the process on the face first, and then I will explain everything. If you have any questions, feel free to ask questions along the way. All right, this is my lovely model LC. We've gone ahead and I've cleansed her face, and then we will start each step then. Hopefully you can hear me with my mask. We are going to continue to wear masks at the spa just to keep everybody safe. Obviously she does not have a mask on because she's getting a facial. Alright, so we start with the clean face, and then we apply a conductive gel. The gel just helps keep the temperature steady with the machine and kind of gives you a little barrier. Okay, this is a very non-invasive procedure. There's no pain associated with this. It is a little cold, but you'll have to let me know if it's bearable. Most people are completely fine with it. Actually, a lot of people like it because it just feels very cooling. What this facial does is it actually helps build collagen. It also restricts blood, it's restricting the blood flow, so that's helping to just to stimulate blood underneath, which gives you more livelier skin. It makes pores smaller, but mainly, and the biggest thing is it tightens. You'll see a little bit of an immediate result afterwards, but then in about 2 weeks is when the collagen starts to build, so your skin will get better and better. Hopefully you can hear me over the sound of this. If not, just let me know if I need to speak a little louder. All right, so we just start here.
Now tell us, you're doing the cold right now, right?
This is the cold. So there's 3 different modalities that this machine does. This does a facial where it is just cold. Then there's 2 other modalities. One is for toning and one is for slimming. This is a different process because on the face, you don't want to slim the face. You want volume in your skin. Now, we can do slimming, like underneath, like if someone had right here where they wanted to slim, then that would be a different procedure. So with the slimming, what it does is it heats, then freezes, and then heats. By freezing fat cells, they can't survive. So what they do is they will shrivel up, die off, and then we expel that with either sweat, breath, or urine. So that's how you lose the fat cells. So this is just the cold because we don't want to lose volume. So it's a different process. It's a different temperature than when we're doing the fat freezing. And it's not bad. Is it uncomfortable?
No. It feels kind of good.
I think it feels good, especially if you feel like you feel puffy, or you have puffy eyes. It's actually it's a nice, relaxing feel. All right. This is a very quick facial. It's normally 10 to 20 minutes. That's all you need. You can do these with the face. You can do every 2 weeks. had one of these, have you?
No.
So with the Cryoskin Facial, it's not like your typical, you're doing any exfoliation or anything. You're just purely using the Cryoskin machine, correct?
Yes, so this is just for anti-aging and for the benefits that we mentioned before.
Okay.
So there's no extractions, there's no mask or exfoliator for this facial. We do, you'll get a great benefit from one, but we do recommend that you do them in a series for best results. One of these is $250, or you can get a package of 5 for $9.95.
So if you have something coming up in a couple of months, you have the ability to come every couple of weeks,
Yes.
correct? So you can really see a big difference in just a couple of months if you're really regular with those.
Yeah, definitely. If you have an
And you do the
event.
series and, okay.
Yes.
Now, this one doesn't do much with pigmentation or anything that way, correct?
No, so this one would not be for pigmentation. We do have some other facials. Microneedling is great for pigmentation. We have chemical peels that we can do for pigmentation. So all of our treatments are geared towards anti-aging. They all do a little something different. Which brings up a good point. A lot of my clients will alternate different facials. So they'll do an ultrasound facial for 1 month, and then their next appointment they'll do a Cryoskin facial. So that way they're getting maximum benefit from a series of different treatments to target different concerns that they may have.
How are you feeling?
I feel good. I like the cold.
I was about to say, it looks like it would probably be a little invigorating.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not the facial you want to get during a winter storm, but
So in comparison to the Cryoskin treatments that you've had already, how does the facial feel versus one of the other treatments that you've had?
It feels different. I think it feels colder just because it's on my face.
Sure.
But I mean, it's a similar, just cooling, gliding, no pain. I'm just excited about the results.
And it's nice because it's non-invasive. You're not going to be red afterwards. You're not going to look like you've had some major procedure. So it's a great lunchtime facial. You can come in on your lunch break, get one of these, go back to work. You can have one of these, go out that night. You're allowed to put makeup on afterwards.
Yeah, that's fantastic because there's so many facials out there and different procedures that do this that require you to have some downtime. So it's really good to know that the Cryoskin facial, you don't have to have any downtime with that.
Yes. Yeah, there's some some of the peels where you just want to go home and hide for a couple days.
Yeah.
This great for an active lifestyle.
That's good to know.
I love technology and all the different things that are out there. I think gone are the days of having to get facelifts. I think that it's about growing old gracefully and just all these little things that you can do to maintain good skin, to maintain youth. It's a wonder, all the different technologies that we didn't have 10 years ago, 5 years ago, a year ago even. So.
Now, this facial can be good for men and women. Does it matter if they have facial hair, if a man has facial hair, or if a man wanted to get this done, what would he need to do to prep ahead of time?
That is a really good question. I do have a lot of men that get this facial because it's non-invasive, it's quick and easy. You can come in with beards. It'll work over facial hair. There's nothing that you need to do in advance, whether you're a man or a woman, to prep in advance. And there's nothing that you need to do afterwards. Now, when we get to the body, there's some more prep before and after, but for the face, there's no prep. We have a minute left, so very quick facial.
That went very fast, actually. Yeah. We will be posting some before and afters of the procedures that we're doing right now, so you can see the actual results of the client and what she is feeling and how she's had changes with her different cryoskin sessions, which I think is really beneficial. That's what really shows with cryoskin.
Yes. And we're about to move on to doing Elsie's legs. So we'll show you what it looks like to do the slimming treatment. Elsie has done 4 of the slimming treatments on the back of her legs already. So we'll also post her before and after pictures of when she started to now. With the body, there are a few things that you need to prep for, nothing major. Of course, there's a lot of beeping. Okay.
Technology has a lot of beeping.
Yes. I'm going to turn this off just for a second because the fan runs and it's kind of loud. So I'll give you a few ideas about what we're about to do. That way you can just observe and not have to listen to the fan. With the slimming and with the toning, there are a few things that you want to prep for. First of all, this is not a weight loss machine per se. You still need to be eating relatively healthy, exercising. This is for areas that no matter what you do, you just can't lose those little areas, like stomach. This will do knees and ankles. Arm, as we get older, it's just really hard to tone up in here no matter what we do. Or the little bra back fat that we get right here. It's great for legs. Sometimes we get cellulite, it's just
won't budge.
Yeah, proposed to that. So this helps with those areas. So this isn't for you get one of these done and then you go and get a pizza. As much as I love pizza, that is not how this works. So what you want to do is you don't want to feed the fat cells because we're going to do a toning session on her, which is it's breaking down that band and it's rebuilding it with new collagen. So that's the procedure for toning. Now for slimming, what it's doing, as we mentioned, it's freezing the fat cells. The fat cells die and then disappear. So you don't want to feed the fat cells. So 2 hours before and 2 hours after, you don't want to have carbs or sugar. You can have meats, you can have cheese, you can have vegetables. Also, you really want to help flush the fat cells, the dead fat cells. So you want to drink lots of water. And you want to start drinking lots of water before the procedure and then continue to afterwards just to flush that out because get processed through your kidneys, through your liver. So just keep that going with fresh water. Also, it's recommended that you don't drink alcohol because that converts to sugar and your liver and your kidneys are processing alcohol. So it's best to just, use this with your clean living, clean eating. Not to say that you can't ever have alcohol, but it's just good to not do this, probably for a week after you have the procedure done. You can do these every 2 weeks apart. You want that time in between just for your body to recover from flushing out the fat cells. So my clients will schedule 2 weeks apart. You can go longer than 2 weeks, but you don't want to do shorter than 2 weeks. Let's see, what else am I missing here? Any questions?
None that have come in so far. So yeah, so let's get moving, I guess, to the next procedure.
All right, we're gonna move the camera away just so she can
Yep,
look
we
over.
are going to, I was going to look at the machine, but where the machine is off, we'll take a look over here. So this is the Cryoskin machine.
The display will come on in just a second here.
Didn't mean to do that. All right.
I feel like you're about to have surgery with this light over you.
We can't see it. We can't see it.
Okay.
I have all this stuff.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the machine and the technology that comes along with it.
So the machine, this is a really neat technology. This technology is made in France. The story is the distributor who's based out of New York went over to Europe. His wife had a session on the back of her legs, loved it. They decided they needed to bring it over to the US. I have had this machine I got it in June of 2019. So it's been a great machine. It is, just to show you, there are several programs. I mentioned there's a male and female, so say we're going with female. There you can do the base as we did. You can do the décolleté up here. You can do neck. You can do, she's kind of naked, isn't she? You can do stomach, arms, calves, knees, back of legs, ankles. The only area that is not recommended for women is the breast area, just because it's different tissue. So you don't want to use Cryoskin in that area. For men, there's the face, where you just do the face procedure that we did. Neck, so men who may have a double chin, this is a great treatment for them. Stomach, love handles, and then also they can do knees and ankles too. That's usually the areas that men will come in that are their problem areas.
Yeah, that technology is great.
So we are going to go with the slimming treatment. And thank you so much to our brave model for allowing us to do this to you. All right, as you can see, she has really smooth legs. Since this is her 5th treatment, this is not how this started off, so she's had really great success. She has been very consistent about exercising and eating healthy and drinking water and being active. And when I say active, you don't need to be a bodybuilder. Just getting out and walking, just doing something to get your body moving, you'll see great improvements.
Okay, so we have one question that says, how long after treatment do you start seeing results?
That's a good question. So with this, since we're doing toning, you're not going to go home and say, oh yeah, my legs look great right afterwards. Because what this process is doing is it's breaking down these bands and building collagen. So typically she'll start to see a difference in 2 weeks. And with this procedure, you can do every 2 weeks. So you'll see a difference, you come in for another one, and then you build on top of that. With slimming, when you do the treatment that actually gets rid of the fat cells, we will measure before and after. Most people after that procedure will see a 1/2 inch to 1 inch in each area. The other thing is you don't want to you couldn't do your whole body in 1 day because you don't want to overtox the liver and the kidneys. So what Cryoskin has deemed safe is to do the equivalent of what is a sheet of paper. So with LC, it would be safe to do, and we're slimming her, but let's say we were doing we're toning her, we're not slimming her, but this right here would be safe to do. This is one area. We wouldn't want to do this and then her arms. If you come in and you're doing your stomach per se, you can do here and here because this is a sheet of paper. If someone just has a lower stomach, they could do the lower stomach and then say they have like this area. So that's one session. The difference with Cryoskin and cool sculpting is by area because it's a similar procedure. It's a ceramic plate that sits on the area. Because this is a handheld piece that can move around, then we can do a bigger area and we consider that one area instead of just this would be an area and this would be an area and you wouldn't get all of this area.
Okay. All right, let's get going.
The toning and the slimming sessions are 30 to 45 minutes each. So we're not going to do the full sessions on camera. Obviously we'll finish her whole session, but we're just going to give you a general idea of what this is like. You can see that this actually is going to heat up first, so it's red. Builds the cold. Nothing with this procedure hurts. The only thing is, it is cold, but there's no pain associated with this. So this is basically non-invasive liposuction. There's no downtime, there's no swelling from surgery. It's much safer. If you're doing this to get ready for summer, it's actually good to start now because you do have to wait 2 weeks in between each session. Ideally, most people, it's recommended to do 5 or more sessions per area. So now is a great time to start getting ready for your summer body.
Now, when did you have your first treatment, Elsie?
I'm trying to think. It was like, when was it?
Was it before the pandemic or?
No, it was after. It was probably July, I think.
Yeah, so she's kind of spaced hers apart.
July or August, I think.
Yeah, maybe August or so, which is okay to space them apart. If you want faster results, you can do them every 2 weeks, but if you're just not able to fit that in your schedule, then it's okay. You'll spread them out. You'll still get good results. So it has switched to cold.
You can tell from the red to the blue light
Yes.
for those watching at home.
How does it feel so far?
It feels good. Just cold.
Just cold.
At first you're like relaxing, it's all warm, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Like, oh, it's cold. The nice thing is that the plate is constantly moving, so it's not sitting here. There's a coolant in the machine, and then this conductive gel, so it regulates the temperature. It's 13 degrees Celsius right now. It can go down to 3 degrees Celsius, but because it's moving and with the coolant, you're not going to experience frostbite or any damage to the skin tissue.
Tell us if there's any side effects. Elsie, have you had any side effects?
No. Just, the first time was like the best results, and I feel like I drank like an insane amount of water, so I feel like you just have to like drink as much water as possible.
Yeah, you definitely
Better
want to
results with
flush it out.
drinking a lot of water
Yeah,
and
tons of water.
is there anything that you discourage people to do besides what you talked about with the alcohol and the food? Anything you discourage people to do for a day or two before or after?
Yes, so it's best not to exercise right before you come in, because you don't want to raise your body temperature. You want your body temperature to be its normal resting temperature, but it is definitely highly recommended to exercise after, whether that's like after the procedure or the next day. It's also recommended to do, if you can get a lymphatic massage or sit in a steam room. That helps speed up the process, helps eliminate the fat cells, but really just eat healthy, drink lots of water, keep moving. This is, the contraindications for this is that you can't have any active cancer. If you have any issues with your kidneys or liver, that is a contraindication. You wouldn't want to get this procedure. Obviously, like any open sores, pregnancy, you wouldn't want to have this done when you're pregnant. Someone who has uncontrolled diabetes would not be a good candidate for this. There is this, the price for whether it be the slimming or the toning is $350 a session, or the best deal is to buy it in a package, which since we recommend 5 treatments in each area, there's a package of 5, which is $1,500, and then there's a package of 10, which is the best deal, which is $2,700. But right now, our special for this month is $100 off any package. So that would be $1,400 for 5 or $2,600 for 10.
You are also offering a Cryoskin Facial as well for anyone who books a package. So if they do a 5 package, you are going to give them 1 complimentary Cryoskin Facial. And then if they do a 10 package, you're going to give them 2.
Yes.
Which that's great, because then you can also see what she had done in the beginning and then have this other procedure done right after, so you don't have to come back for that facial, but then you can also see the results on your face. And if you really like what you see, you can definitely buy packages of the facials as well.
And since the facial is a different technology, it doesn't have to fit in that box of like, you can only do a sheet of paper. So you could come get a slimming or a toning session for your body, and you could do your facial that same day. So just so you know, for a time saver, you could come and have both done at the same time.
Right. So take advantage of that package special, because that really, you know, you can try the facial as well. It makes a big difference, those facials. I've had one myself. I've also had it underneath my chin, and I've been extremely happy with the results just after a couple of times. So, you know, if you're interested in the body treatments, you might as well also try the facial right now.
Yes. Also, I have clients, they'll ask, like they say, well, I have multiple areas that I want to have done. So should I do legs one time and the next time do arms? Or should I do my stomach and then do my legs? I actually recommend that you stay with one area. So like with LC, I would like her to do the 5 treatments on her legs. And then if she has another body part that she wants to move on to, then we do that area. I think people are more pleased when they can see the progression of those 5 in a row than jumping around and doing arms one time and the legs next time. It's up to you, but that's just what I recommend. We also do before and after pictures. We do not show those to anybody without your consent. We give those pictures to you just so that you personally see the before and after difference. And as I mentioned, when you're doing slimming, we'll measure before the treatment and after the treatment so that you can see where you have a loss. Any other questions?
No other questions have come up, so.
All right, we are gonna finish her off camera, but if you have more questions, you want to book an appointment, you can always give us a call or shoot us a text at 972-832-1579, or you can email us at jane@bluemermaidspa.com. Check out our website at bluemermaidspa.com. You can also schedule your appointment from the website or by giving us a call. You can also follow us, as you can see, on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for the demo.
Thank you, LC, for your participation.
And yes, thank you to my lovely model for allowing us to show you exactly what this machine does.
Thank you, everyone.